Pet Plays Football Manager. Hello guys and welcome to Pet Plays Football Manager 2013 Season 2 Episode 2. Yeah, we had kind of a first episode with no real action, I guess, but the season has started and we have been doing a pretty good job. Now, it's still very problematic on some areas, but let's see what we can do. As you can see, job status untouchable. Alright, this is pretty awesome. But what's more important, let's show you my latest matches. Friendlies, as you can see. Then I started with Swansea and I managed to get a win with a pretty nice goal by our dear friend Zubar, I think. Let's see. Okay, check this out. Jensen, Zubar is moving forward, Zubar inside the hill and bam, Zubar goal. Beautiful goal, and that gave us a win. Then we played with Bristol City. Bristol City, as you know, are the team that promoted from the first place. And they used to have a pretty good team, but I managed to beat them with 3-0. And that's nice. Then I kind of had a problem with Barnsley in League Cup. I've scored late, then they have scored late, or around, I don't remember exactly. And I had to beat them on penalties. Then of course the game with Blackburn came, and that was a pretty important game. Why? Because Blackburn were also promoted, so I need to beat the guys that were promoted with me in order to hope to go to avoid relegation. So I managed to beat them with 2-1. And I had a pretty hard game with Arsenal. And Arsenal are tough. I remember like 2 years ago now when I was playing with Newcastle, and I played like 20 seasons with Newcastle. The first 10 seasons I could never ever win versus Arsenal. And it was pretty okay. As you can see, I scored a goal, but then they got Theo Walcott in and he just destroyed me. Then I had a match with QPR. I managed to win with 2-0. Then Arsenal on League Cup, of course, my luck. And actually, this is the game that was going okay-ish. It was 0-0, and then they got Walcott in, and Walcott with his speed just destroyed me. I don't remember exactly. I don't care that much, to be honest. Then of course the match with Chelsea. Lampard got 2 easy goals. The match with Manchester United, it was, let's not call it close, but I had a small hope there. Then the match with West Ham, and I won. West Ham are actually pretty low. They are West Ham are actually pretty low. They are relegating right now. I think they are in one of that positions. But anyway, I managed to beat them with 2-0, also on my home field. Then Everton 1-0. Now this wasn't actually a very lucky game because I only won. I got a penalty and Bakary Sako won. Bakary Sako won the game for us because he scored from the penalty. Then with Southampton. Now this is a bad game. Why? Because Southampton is also relegating, and I should have beat them, but it seems that I've lost. And of course West Brom, I was pretty lucky enough. Well, not lucky, because judging from the grades over here, it's pretty. I did a pretty good job. And now I'm preparing for a game versus Stoke. And Stoke are... Let's actually see the... Stoke are also pretty down. So I should beat them, or at least I should try them. And as you can see, I'm sitting pretty comfortable. Of course, Arsenal and Everton are having two matches behind. But for a team that was just promoted, I got some pretty lucky and pretty important wins, and let's hope I'm going to be able to avoid relegation. It doesn't look that bad, like on Southampton where they lost 8 games, But of course, it's never too late. Now, a good thing is that I've played with all the giants. Manchester, Chelsea, Arsenal. And I think I need to play with Manchester United, so I haven't played with all the... Oh yeah, and of course Newcastle, who has a pretty strong team. And then of course Tottenham. And then of course Liverpool. So maybe I haven't played with all the giants, but I got some pretty lucky wins. Now, judging team-wise, I'm having some small problems. Well, it's not a problem, but my squad is pretty limited. If you remember last season, I had to sell one of my defenders because I had too many defenders. I couldn't include him in the 25-player squad. Now I have like 21 or 22 players in my squad. I've sold some of the players. Now I kind of forgot where I can see the transfers out from my team. So I'm looking at the Premier League transfers, and let's see. I only managed to loan a couple of players, like this guy. I wasn't able to sell him. So he's on loan. I totally forgot about him, actually. This guy is also on loan. I kind of it's kind of strange, but that I was looking for a defensive midfielder, and I had this guy, and I loaned it out because I needed a backup, and I will show you who I got after. And I was lucky with that also. I sold this guy with 1 million, and that was pretty lucky in my opinion. And I finally managed to sell this guy. He wanted to play first games and so on. And right when I sold him, one of my guys got injured, and I was like, shit, who's my backup? Now, this is the guy that basically the story is like this. Basically the story is like this. The transfer closed, and after some time I got a message from some of the agents, and they were telling me that their player is available for free. So I click this guy and I see these stats, and I say, for free? Really? Let's get him. He has decent tackling, decent marking, decent passing, let's say, but he has work rate, teamwork, positioning, determination, bravery, aggression, a bit of anticipation, natural fitness, stamina, strength. It's exactly the player I was looking for, and he was for free. So I've signed him. He didn't ask for too much money, and yeah, his value isn't really that great, but I don't plan to sell him yet. And he's the backup of Carl Henry, who just got a red card, and he's also 1 yellow card away from suspension. So also, if Carl Henry injures himself, I won't have good. I have a midfielder, but they are more on the offensive side. Like Vladimir Darida, who is turning to be a fine player, and John Williams, who I've also got him on the field lately. Why? Because there are those games with Chelsea, with Manchester United, and it's kind of hard to win them anyway. So whenever I see that I'm still losing with them, I just put a young guy in and give him some chances to play. The match with Stroke is pretty soon, and it seems that they are favored. And let's hope they won't be favored. And actually they can be favored, but let's hope that I'm going to win. Also, it seems that Stephen Hunt is pretty close. I hope to see movement with regards to it being sold. The thing with Stephen Hunt is that while he's decent overall, he kind of got old, and he can't perform that well, and he has a huge salary. So I'm going to try to sell him, and I'm not going to put him on the field. Why? Because he is one match or some matches away from extending his contract by 1 year if I put him on the field. So let's try to sell him. Add to unwanted list, sell for any price. And basically, the director of football will just try to sell him. And not sure if I showed you, but I have Paul Robinson in my team now, and I have been playing him a bit. However, he has an appearance fee of 17k. So, okay, so the game is finally here. It seems that they haven't scored too many goals, but this guy scored 2 goals for them. And he seems pretty, stamina and bravery, aggression, the concentration, teamwork. Finishing only 12, but I can't see more. Maybe he has good dribbling, and it will mean trouble for me. Danny Bat, however, is there in order to stop him. Pretty awesome player, and his moral is superb. And let's try to make a team. I have been playing with El Khawi lately, because Ward simply hasn't performed, but I'm going to try to put Ward in again and see and hope he will perform better. David Edwards, I've got him in 1 match or 2 matches actually, but he's still unhappy. I would love to sell him because of the salary. I'm a bit over my budget, and I'm spending about $1 million per week on salaries, and I can't actually sign new staff. This is basically my team. Doyle, of course, who is pretty good. Guidetti is playing pretty well. Normally I'm playing with this guy, who's pretty awesome, but he got injured and he will be out for 2 to 3 weeks. And Libor Kozak, I don't know, I have a feeling he hasn't actually performed too well, but let's actually try to play him. Let's try to pretend we are managers and have a look at strokes and see the stroke defenders. How good are they with the head? This guy is good with head, and it's pretty decent overall. And this guy is also awesome. Yeah, I remember him. Oh, okay, so I won't have such a good chance with... yeah, but in a way... Libor is even better with the head. So let's try to play him. Thomas Ince, it's still there. And lately I'm playing with my midfielders like this because somehow they get way too in front, and I'm having like 4 attackers. And the midfielders don't have with who to play. They are actually playing with the fullback, and basically they are just playing around, passing around. So let's submit the team and let's hope for a win, because we kind of need this win. Yeah, Shawcross and Hood are their defensive. Oh, they have this guy. Walters, I can't see him. And Jones, bad finishing but decent heading and strength, so this guy will win a lot of aerial. And however, Beth, or my defender, is there. So I'm playing on their field. Assertive, common guy showing what you can do. Nothing noticed. And I'm going to switch back to my 2D classic. Probably nothing will happen on the first phase. It's just, I'm not sure exactly why they show you the start of the phase. Of the match. Okay, they have a corner. I don't like this. Hutt is there. Johnson intercepted, but Sherman is passing back to Wilson and Jones. Oh my god, what a goal. What a goal. Not the start I had in mind. Wilson, was Wilson the scorer or Jones? I think Jones. Yeah. Okay. Good start. Hennessy again. I know Hennessy had some pretty bad games, but he did had like two good interceptions. That's why it still got him in. Yeah, Hennessy is struggling and he isn't playing well. I don't have possession at all right now. Let's see, maybe we are going to have something now. Zubar, Jensen, Henry, Doyle. He can't actually turn to shot. Oh, beautiful. Sako is there. Goal! Hopefully it wasn't offside. Wow. Yeah, the assistant raised the flag. Thank assistant. Henry, Kozak passing to Jensen, Jensen passing to Zubar, Zubar is moving a bit forward, he needs to cross the ball, he's passing the ball to Inns, Inns is there, goal, beautiful, and that's in, yeah, I'm back baby, it seems that I'm passing well right now, 83%, much better than stroke. Jensen with the free kick, Johnson is there, oh, over the crossbar, what a chance. Johnson is looking furious. And now he's anxious. Now he's composed because he got a yellow card. I'm not happy with the performance, and you, Hennessy, I'm not happy with your looking stressed. Yeah, be stressed. But Stephen Ward again 6.2, but Danny Bat is also having 6.0, so I'm not going to be too annoyed. And I'm going to try to start playing a control game. Let's see what my assistant is. I think we are in control of the match, passing well and getting our shots on target. We are winning a fair share of headers. If we can get more crosses into the box, we can take full advantage. Yeah, but how? How can I get more crosses into the box? I can exploit the flanks, but that will change the hit early crosses. Let's try this. Too many falls. Then he bats 5.9 and a free kick, goal! Beautiful, Jensen, beautiful. And I need to change Danny Bat because he seems that he's not getting back on his feet. So the shot was at the center of the field. Ronald Zubar getting burned out too often. Inns is there. Kozak, oh, got tackled, but Johnson is there. What the hell was that? I think that I have a central defender with a yellow card, and I don't like that a bit. Good tackling. Inns passing to Zubar. Johnson, long pass again. What's with the long passes, dude? I should tell him to stop passing, like that. But if I remember correctly, he has a free kick. If I remember correctly, player Johnson show instruction. Passing style direct. Passing style short. Okay, free kick. I don't like how this is looking. Jones is there and they scored. Oh, it's allowed. That's nice. And he got fouled. Bakary Sako is very nervous. Kozak also. John Guidetti get in. Carl Henley, no, I'm going to keep you. And I'm going to keep a substitute. There is an important key phase right now. Henry, nope, Jones got the ball. No, I don't like this. Henry, good tackling. Jones, no! Oh my god, the goal kick. I have a feeling that I should play with something like this and get Doyle out. Anti-football. Let's play it. Oh, they scored. Yep. Cancel them. Okay, they scored. Look, my defender did basically nothing, and then Hennessy nothing. Hennessy 5.7. I'm going to get him. I'm not going to play him anymore. And who should I put in? Let's get Vladimir Darida, but he's not playing on his position, but maybe that's a start. But even a 2-2, it's a pretty good. Let's hope I won't get any other goal. It's a pretty good free kick. Don't, no, red card, no. Okay, 3 more minutes. Yep, second yellow card. Great. Look where the goalkeeper is. Okay. Well, 2-2 is pretty okay with a team like Stroke, since I'm I'm nearly promoted 1 point on their field. But let's see. I should actually give them hold the result. Oh my god. Okay, Hennessy, okay, this is Hennessy. Yeah. I can't do anything anyway, but doesn't matter. He got one goal, but then on that slight small, he managed to shoot again. No, Hennessy is out. And if I remember correctly, I've already talked with him. I had this discussion with him. Anyway, I need to prepare for the next matches. Let's see. Tottenham, Wigan, Fulham, Manchester City.